Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, boys? What's up? Good evening. We are starting a new stream. We are starting a new stream. Ha 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 ha. Yes. Just checking everything is in place, but I always forget a piece because now there are so many pieces. So many pieces, and the small guys, the tiny guys walking on the screen, and my avatar, and the webcam, and a lot of other stuff. But overall, I think we can do this. Is everything ready? Think so. And boom! Here I am. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. Who's there? Who's there? Let me check who's there. Hello, Tony. Hello, Marcelo. Hello, Tua. Welcome to another stream on the road of making Plane Shift Unreal, which started a lot of time, long time ago. But actually, you know, we are working actively on this since probably 2 years now, and I cannot really say what is the percentage of completion, but I think we are in pretty good shape. Also, we added some new stuff. So we didn't just port, but we also added some new stuff. So which is anyway pretty good. So just to summarize for the people that maybe have not been here all the time, I worked a bit on the crafting system, and that has been updated and upgraded. I worked on fixing the quests, and some of that has been done. But it's not fully completed. I worked on fixing a bit the UI, which is also something that I needed to do. And now, let me see if I find my... By the way, I had some issue with this hard disk of 3 terabyte. It's an old hard disk, so it's not very new, but I had some issue, and actually some files were corrupted. I think I have somewhere, I don't know where, but I have here the disk check, and as you can see, there were a lot of read failures on the disk and some corrupted files. So I went to check what the hell happened. And it seems that some files were actually, I mean, there were some bad sectors on the disk, and we had some files that have been corrupted, but not too many. So it's like 6 or 7 files overall, and most of those files are already in SVN, or anyway copied in other sites or backupped somewhere else. So all in all, we didn't lose anything, which is nice. And I started to move my stuff to the new 2 terabyte SSD drive, which by the way is one of the 2. The funny thing is that I tried to free up, you know, the space from the old SSD, but since it contained the Windows directory, it's not so easy to delete it. So yes, you can delete it, but you have to do a lot of operations on setting the new owner of the directory to yourself, and then setting the access for all the files, overriding the trust installer, say security, and then finally deleting the file. So it took quite a bit, but I'm not done yet. But you see, I basically freed up the whole disk. I mean, most of the disk. So we have 464 gigabyte available. So there are still 34 there, which are still in the users directory, where I need to do the same thing, and delete all of that. And all this was then copied over our C drive. But since the 3 terabyte is you know, starting to give signs of having issue, I think I need to as soon as possible move stuff from that drive to my disk. I need to do it as soon as possible. I don't know why we have 40 gigabytes into this plane shift local. I think it's probably when I was playing with the Fallout viewer, huh? Probably. Yeah, I think a lot of that is I was playing with the Bethesda viewer, which is basically allowing you to extract pieces from, I don't know if it's still working, but to extract content from packed files. I don't remember if it's this thing. No. This thing? I don't remember. I used it so long time ago. But basically it's allowing you to extract stuff, and then when you have it extracted, you know, you extract it like in OBJ or and you can then change it if you want. And what I was doing, I was basically extracting these files like from Skyrim to understand the level of quality, if you want, the level of the level of quality of their characters, and also trying to understand how their modular characters were created. BSA structure, I don't remember which one of this is, but it was one where you were basically opening a file and then being able to see also the file, but I don't know, it is so long time ago, 2 years ago probably, 3. So I don't know if this is what is it consuming a lot, maybe the backups, because we have some server backups here. Yes, maybe the backups, and maybe something under www, which is, yeah. But anyway, I will have to move this as soon as possible, because otherwise, you know, if that disk fails for whatever reason, we are in trouble. So my suggestion is to start to move at least, well, what I can do, maybe I can start to create a new directory. I think I will put it in my main drive, this one, right? And this one will be called PS local, exactly like the other one. And I think from now on, whatever we do, whenever we touch something, we just put it on the other drive. Now, I think I have some stuff that is used for the Streamlabs, so for the Hello Hula, which is on this drive. So I think if I move some of these pictures, like for example, the Be Right Back may not work anymore. Yeah, I think so. But you know, I need to move away from that drive, because one day the drive will fail. I'm sure. I mean, the drive is dying right now, and so I think we need to move it as soon as possible, right? But anyway, I don't want to do it now, but I'm just saying that whatever we move, yeah, for example, here we have the streaming intro and the streaming outro. So those two things is when I click on goodbye. Oh, but it's still working somehow. How did it work? I have no idea. Okay, so it seems it's still, even if I move them, it's still working. That's interesting. Fine. Interesting. Because I did a cut and paste, so I cut it off, so it's not more here. Okay, but sometimes we should, you know, while we are working on stuff, start to move from that drive to this drive. It's not super high priority, but I don't want the drive to fail and then we lose data. Okay, so let's go back. So why I did this, because under PS local we have our missions, and also I wanted to see what is the last one that we were working on. Ah, yes, the mission fixes. Here it is. Nice. So this is what we worked in the last few days, and basically, yes, now I remember, we fixed the UI. We improved the fact you can click on the client side on the bubbles of the NPC, and we fixed some of the triggers that were not working. And now we were testing, or well, we were implementing actually, because this one is not implemented yet in Unreal, the give item reward, right? Okay, so I think we can go with that. I think we need to launch the editor and see where we are on that. I think I created, you save some copy in other media. Yeah, I do backups sometimes, but not so often, like every 2 or 3 months. I should do it every week in theory, but it's too much data. Consider that the plane shift directory for Unreal is 80 giga and is just the Unreal Engine piece, and then there is Unreal Engine itself, which is another 50 giga, and that's basically without all our stuff. And then I think is the full backup of this machine, because then I have a number of other machines, but the backup of this machine will be easily 1 terabyte or so. So yeah, but when I can, I do backups, and I back up the most relevant stuff. And so yes, I do it. Maybe I don't do it enough, but I do it. Basically, the idea is to completely remove this disk, which now still has 1.5 gigabyte on. Maybe I can leave the games installed on it, because I don't think it's very needed, you know, to have. But for example, all the music, I think I could move it, and all the other stuff I could move it. I don't think it's needed to stay here. Okay. Yeah, I think the Streamlabs stuff is probably the one. I know this one was the one that I was creating for. Okay, I remember. Okay, did the editor start? Yes, the editor started. Okay, so I was creating this window. This window is the window for the rewards. So the rewards that we give to the players when a quest is completed, and in particular when you have the ability or the possibility to choose between 2 different rewards or more. I mean, 2 or more rewards, right? And it is given by, it is coming from the quests, because one step of the quest can give you multiple rewards. And so this is what I'm working on at the moment. Also, Hula, consider that, on your question, that basically everything that I do for plane shift is anyway checked in Subversion or another program, you know, and this means that all the files for plane shift are anyway residing also in another machine on the internet, right? Actually, it's on one of our servers, but so yeah, so there is also an online backup somehow, and all the other developers have downloaded the latest version of it pretty much regularly. So they download it regularly. So let's say if my machine explodes and also the central server explodes, like there is no possibility to recover it, we will still have the stuff on the machines of some developers. At least 3 or 4 of them have downloaded the full thing. So I think that we are pretty safe in terms of not losing our data. Is this thing new, or did it give you the sides of the tables? That's interesting. I would like to see the production one then. Production one, it takes a bit more time and is calculating, huh? Okay. Accounts, 187 megabytes. Okay. Character skills, 119 megabytes. Item instances, 400 megabytes. NPC bad text, 400 megabytes. These are all the phrases that players say to NPC that NPC do not understand, and we record them into a file. Because in theory we want them to improve the NPC speech thanks to it, but I think we never did it. So it was a good idea, but then, you know. Okay, quest script. So quest script not in production. This was the last quest script that we were testing, and the idea was that at the end of the quest I was triggering this: give Mug or Steel Falcon or Claymore, and this one is the one that should appear in this list. So what I did, I just cloned another window and I created this one where you can click on one of the elements and then do select the reward, but this is definitely not completed. The first thing I need to do is to change this from loot to, I don't know if I can use the loot entry exactly in the same way. Maybe I can just reuse this one. Why not? Why not? I think we can. Because the loot screen is exactly the same. Right? So it's just displaying the icon and displaying the item name. And I would say we may allow to mouse over to actually see. Yeah, I think if we make it a slot, maybe we could mouse over like we mouse over on the other items. That could be a good idea. That could be a good idea. Can we do it? Can we change this to be, because at the moment this one is what? This one is, no wait. This one is just a WD button, I guess. No, it's just a normal button. I know, we also have the WD button. Okay, we have a WD button. But what I'm thinking is that if we want to have it with the same functionality we have in the inventory system, which I think is pretty good, we could we could use WD slot. Now, one of the problem of WD slot is that in theory you can click on it and drag the item somewhere else, and that can be annoying. But apart from that, I think it's pretty good. And yeah, there is all these drop things and Alternatively, what I can do, I don't know if for the tooltip we actually have a custom widget. Let me see if we have a custom widget, because maybe we have a custom widget. Maybe we have a custom widget. Keep the item cursor variable, blah, 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 blah. Hovered branch, item under cursor. No, but I'm pretty sure that we build the tooltip somewhere. Let me search for tooltip here. tooltip. Create widget. Ah, it's a separate widget. Very nice. Very, very nice. So maybe what we can do, find the correct icon. If we could move if we could move this code into the tooltip itself, you know, I could call this tooltip item from multiple places. The only thing that I don't know is what happens to this widget after is created, right? That I really don't know. Ah, there is a set tooltip. Okay, there is a set tooltip that is going where. Ah, is okay. It's just a default Unreal Engine function. So that's very good. And then what is doing? Then it's finding the icon. Okay. And he's doing all this stuff. Image icon. I just need to understand if this image icon is part of the WD slot. Yes, image. Okay, so this is just this icon. So I think that the yeah. I think what I would like to do, I would like to take this tooltip, which by the way is very nice, it's very stylish, I would say, and we can put it as a tooltip of our other widget. So it will be the same in the loot window, it will be the same in the reward window, and so you basically can mouse over and see the item, right? So just to don't know if you remember it, but we have you know, when you mouse over in the inventory, there is a tooltip coming out, which is a small window. The only problem I have is if the tooltip is generic or is only for buttons, but I think it's generic because you see is custom widget. Very, very good. Okay, so let's try to do this. Let's try to have this set up inside a function. Okay, I don't want to have it here because like this is a mess, right? Like this is a total mess. Quality, quantity. The only question is, do we pass in only the parameters or do we pass in the final strings? I think the best will be to pass in the final strings. Can I do this? Can I take all of this and make it? But there is some stuff like this one which is going places. Tooltip icon. Tooltip. Why the icon is set here? Because it's determining the icon after the tooltip. And that's not very good though. That's not very good. You should first find the icon and then set up the tooltip with the icon so we can do it in one shot, no? Even if I think that the icon, set the icon, image icon, blah 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 blah. I don't understand if the icon of the tooltip is the same as the icon that you see in the image itself. Default icon, because this part at the top is to find the icon. This part at the bottom is use default icon if icon not found. Okay. And that sounds fine. I'm trying to understand the sequence, because basically we need for our reward window, we also need the icon, we also need the tooltip exactly in the same way. So basically most of the code that you see here is identical, right? Most of the code is identical. I think the best way will be to move, this piece, which is finding the icon and creating the icon into a library somewhere, which is not inside WD slot, but is just generic that we can call anytime. And then having the result maybe the result can be this. Maybe the result can be a slate brush, and that one will be the result from our function, and then we will set it, where needed. The only problem is that here we are doing two things. We are setting in the tooltip the same icon that we set. Yeah, this is what we are doing. So we determine the icon and then we set it in the picture and in the tooltip. Okay, so they will stay the same. So I'm trying to understand what I want to do. Set tooltips empty. Set materials, set scout parameter. Now this part I would say is not required. I mean, this part can stay here as it is. I think it's only this part that we need to change, but I'm trying to understand if I want it. If I want it inside of this, but I would say yes. Let me see this W tooltip item if he already has any function. Yeah, it's this one, by the way. I think you remember it, right? It's giving you the quality, the weight, the size, and the number. So let me see if this one already has. No, this one has zero function, you see. So this one has no code, because basically everything is managed from the outside, but it's never a good idea, so if you can, you should encapsulate functions, inside. So we will have a setup. Okay, so we will have a setup function which basically needs to take all these parameters as an input. And we'll have to provide as a result a widget. So all of this, I'm thinking what is the best way to do it, but I think the best way, let me see if I copy this, if I can do a bit of a trick, but I don't know if I can. No, I cannot. Like this, I cannot. Basically, I will have to create new variables for for each. But okay, let's go. Let's do it. Now I'm trying to see if there is a smarter way to do it, but I don't think there is. So I think that we go with these variables, which are name, weight, size, quality, quantity, and then icon. But icon, okay, and then icon. But icon, I think we will convert it to a slate brush. Okay. Okay, so let me try this. So okay, so name is a string. So let's go. So we have a name, which is a string. We have a weight, which is a float, if I understood right. We have a stack count. This one is not. This one is the quantity. Current quality, current quantity. I think we can call it stack count, which is, I think, is more understandable. So we'll call it stack count, and this one is an integer. Then we have size, which is a float. And why I'm doing this? Because if we do it in a function, you know, we can call it from all the windows in the same way. And I think it's more powerful. In theory, I could even move this one into that, but I would not go that far for now. So size, which is a float, and then we have current quality and max quality, which are two separate parameters. Yes, current quality and max quality. I think we will specify them all separately. So current quality, which is a float, and max quality, which is a float as well. Okay, so this will be our event that we can use to set up the loot entry. And so now in theory, I'm able to call my setup, right? And so instead of all this mess, which by the way, I need to copy and bring to the other side, because all of this is what we need to do now inside our setup function. So we do this. Obviously, all of this will not compile because these do not exist. Why is not complaining? Interesting. Why is not complaining about this? Because this one does not exist. How can it compile? Maybe because it's not used. Ah, yes, because it's not used. If you don't connect it, it doesn't realize, you know, that this thing is bad. It realizes only when you connect it. Okay, but it's pretty simple. We just connect, you know, these ones and this one, and we can delete stack count here, and we can delete all the others. And size goes into sides, and current quality goes here. In max quality, these were integers, not float. Okay, I see. I see. So let's make them integer as well. I don't want to change the logic. If the logic was an integer, it's fine. So this one goes. What happened here? Ah, yes, he added this one, which is because it was a float, he tried to convert a float to an integer and do that thing. Okay, so we can delete this too. And now if you recompile, in theory, it should be nice, apart from the fact that we need to take the right value. So this one is the name, right? This one is the second one. What is the second one? The second one is the weight, right? And the third one, we can make it, I don't know if I can make it better than this, but probably not. Can probably do this to unclutter a bit this mess, but I don't think I can really improve it much. It will stay a bit cluttered like this. So the second one is the weight. The third one is the stack count, which in our world is the stack count, which in our world is the quantity. Okay. And the next one is the size, which is this one, which is text size. Okay. Okay. And the last one is the quality. Okay, which goes here. Perfect. Okay, so this in theory now should compile. Yes, it's compiling. And yeah, it's a bit of a mess of a graph, but I don't know if I can really improve it. Maybe we can do something like that, so to just give a bit more space between the setting of the value and the actual setting of the, yeah, something like that. I don't know if it's looking better or not, but maybe we can do a few up and a few down to make it less cluttered. Maybe. Okay, something like that. And okay, I think it's not too bad. So here we are setting all the values. The important point is that it should return. What it should return? Should return something or no? So in theory, if now I'm connecting this, you know, and then I'm connecting these pieces, I can delete everything else. So it will be much nicer to see compared to the current graph, right? So all of this can be deleted, and all of this can be deleted. The only thing that remains is the actual icon. The actual icon, we need to understand how to do it, but basically this will be the new view, right? Current quality, max quality. So this is doing the setup. So all of this can go away because we do it in this function, and this can also go away. So it will remain only like this, right? Which is beautiful. Look at this. Look at this, how beautiful it is. And it's doing the same as before, but now we have a problem with this. So the set tooltip, I think, is okay. The problem is that yeah, target self widget is this widget after it's been set up. Yes. No, this one is correct. This one is correct. So is as expected. The only problem is the icon, because as you can see, the icon is here, but it's set way after, right? It's set down here. And I don't like it. And I don't like it. I would prefer, you know, to have in this function, right, in this setup, another parameter, which is the icon, which is actually a slate brush. What happened? Slate brush, yeah. Okay, this thing, and this one we are gonna set also inside this setup function. The problem is that it's done so much later. So much later. And so it means that we need to swap a bit the sequence. So we need to take image icon, use it as a target, and connect this brush, this icon to this, right? Okay. Now, hello Zway, sorry I didn't see you, I think. So how are you today? So this I think is nice. The only problem now that we have to change the sequence, because this icon cannot be set so late, or anyway, it can be set there, but we need to swap basically these two nodes, which I think is possible anyway. We just have to swap this thing, you know, this wall block, which is connected here and is connected to the faults, right? This wall block should go after all of this, and these three blocks should go before everything, and this one should be connected to the false, and this block now comes in, this block comes in here, and so now, you know, now that we have it here, we can finally say that our icon, this one, is set in the function and not here. So I need to take this and pass it as a parameter, and now this one can connect here, this one can connect here, and this one we can delete, right? And this one will connect to this branch. Okay, so basically the difference is that now we have one function only, right? Let me just shrink a bit all of this, because we also saved some space. I think this brush image icon, we can put it at the bottom because it's actually going here, and this thing, okay, can go whatever, can go here. Yes. Okay, so in theory now should work exactly as before, with the difference that we have everything in a function, right? And so it's a bit easier for us to reuse it in the other windows. Now we should check if this is true. First I want to see if with this change our tooltip is still working fine, because, you know, that's the most important part. And to test it, we can just launch the game, and for now loot entry, I don't think that this stuff will make a difference, so let me launch it and see. if it's working or not. Let's put some background music, boys. Yeah, I'm streaming almost every day. Yes, almost every day. Until I can. For now I can, so... And I want. I mean, there is the combination of can and want. But yes. For now I can. Well, I'm streaming nearly every day since few months, huh? I don't know since how much, but if you go back and check the calendar... If you check the calendar, usually I update the calendar, so... If you take our calendar, you know... You see, in this week, I streamed 6 days out of 7. In this week, again, 6 days out of 7, 6 days out of 7, 7 days out of 7, 6 days out of 7, 6 out of 7, 7 out of 7, 6, 7, 7, 4, 6, 6, 6, 7. So yeah, it's like, I don't know, I can go back more than September, but I think that pretty much this has been the rhythm, you know, for the last 3 months. Nearly every day. Nearly every day. Not every day, but nearly every day. Yeah. I'm trying to make this release. Trying to make this release. I mean, at this point, it's not the release, but yeah, I wanted, let's say, the original intent was to shut down the old plane shift by the end of this year. But I think we are a bit short on that. So I think that I don't think we will be able to do it. We will not be too delayed compared to that objective, but I think that 31st of December, I don't know, we will see, but it's very close now. It's very, very close. And there is still a lot to do, so I don't think I can. But the idea was to shut down, at least I said that last year. I think I said that in like October 19. I said by the end of 2020 we want to have the old version, you know. Well, actually what I said we want to have the new Unreal Engine release out. So, and actually that one we have it. But now I'm extending that concept a bit more, saying that I don't want only the Unreal Engine version out, but I also want the old one to be shut down. Okay, as you see, the tooltip is still working fine. So what I'm saying is that I would like to have the same functionality of tooltip like this one. Also in the loot window and also in the reward window, so that you can see some of the characteristics of the item, right? Like the quality, the weight, the size, the quantity, so you can see a bit of that. I think would be nice when you mouse over, you can see this. And so we need to make this tooltip reusable, right? I think it's already working in chests, because if I move something inside a chest, you know, you see the tooltip is appearing. And I like this tooltip. I think it's well designed. I like it. So, yeah, this rename should go, but so we need, okay, so positive news, our change didn't break anything. Nice. This is what we wanted to see. So this change was seamless, right? And now we have this setup function, which we can call also from another place. And now we will try to call it from another place. Now, I wanted to call it also from the loot entry, but you know, now that I think about it, let's not touch a window that is working. Let's keep this window the way it was. And let me modify the other one. So, win loot and with loot entry. Let me just reload this one so we don't touch it. Ah, no, because I wanted to... Wait. I wanted to reuse the same loot entry for both. Yeah. So we need to modify this one because it will be used for both the loot window and the reward window. Okay, fine. I think it's a good plan. The only problem is, how do we determine the icon? How do we determine the icon? Icon image. Why icon image is not connected? We don't set up the image. That is not very nice, huh? We don't. Okay. In the loot window? I can kill someone and try to loot it and see if he shows up, but it looks like it's not connected. It looks like it's not connected. Also, I don't know if we have all the information that we need. Merchant item structure. Because in theory we need more information than this. We don't just need the name, the image, the price, and the count. The price actually, for example, we don't need, but I don't know why we decided to use an item info and not to use an item detail info, because this one has less stuff. Let me see. Win loot. This is the loot window where the items are appearing. You can loot one or loot all. And this one, because we are receiving merchant item structures. I don't know. That's not a great idea, because we don't have enough information into that. But I think that this was how the old code was structured. So I think the old code was doing this. Because I think it is purely... Yeah. Receive loot list. Let me see. I think that... I think this receive loot list was probably the same in the old code. TRA of merchant item info. Yeah, we have we actually have a function which is get loot item on character. I can check the old code. Can check the old code, but I think the old code was sending it in XML, and now I think we can do it not with XML. We can do it with the real objects. So let me try to search this get loot item. Maybe not in the entire solution, please. There it is. Get loot items. Yeah, it was doing it with XML. So I think this one we recreated ourselves. Okay. Which can be fine, but I think I want to change it. I want to change it. Instead of returning merchant item, I want it to return detail item info, which is the one that contains more data. Let me see where this is coming from, but yeah, you see yes, exactly. The loot pending is actually the full item. So we have the full item here. We can take any data we want. We just decided to create a merchant item, but I don't think it's a good idea. I think we will use let me check. I think we will use, because you see merchant item only has the ID, the name, the icon image, the price, the count, and the purify, right? Only has this information, which is not really much. While there is another structure which I think is called item description, right? Yes, which is this one, which also contains the quality, the quantity, the stack count, the weight, you know, so much more stuff. And I think that we want to send this one, right? I think we want to send this one. Now, it will require to extract more information, but I think it's a better idea. So we will change this one, instead of being a merchant item, to be an item description. Now this one will be a bit annoying because we need well, maybe I can copy paste. Yeah, I think I can. If I search when we create another item description anywhere in the code, load for event, inventory. I need another place in the code where we are creating an F item. Here it is. Okay, this one is perfect. This one is perfect, my friend. This one is perfect. Okay, so we take this and we initialize it with the difference that child, wait, child is what? Child is a PS item, right? Is a PS item, and loot pending should also be a PS item. We are not passing in the ID. Oh my god. Think we have a problem. We have a problem. We have a problem, boys. We have a problem. No, because I think we need... I think we need the ID of the item anyway. And incredibly enough, in this structure we don't have the ID. Holy fuck. We don't have the ID of the item in this structure. So, or we use the container ID. Okay. Which may be an idea. It's a bit hacky, but can be an idea. Or we need to add to this structure now the ID to make it compliant. So this is probably why we use the merchant structure, you know, because he was having that. If I don't write, I disappear. Yes, this is what all the authors of books are saying every day, you know. If I don't write, I disappear. What is your avatar? Your avatar became very weird. It looks kind of funny. So what do? We use container. I mean, it's not very clean, but I think we can at this point. I think we can use container. I mean, it's not the best, but it's better than not having the information, right? So this one, in our case, we'd always stay as -1 because we don't care about the slot. But this one will become the UID, right? This one will become the UID. Then the name and all the rest will be the same. So this. So I will substitute pending loot everywhere we have child. And I think we should be good. Unless I do... Here I did a bit of a monstruosity. Okay, so we store the ID of the item in the container ID. Okay. In the container ID variable. Right. Now, since we did this, I think we can do this and we can change get loot items. And now it is a kind of a change because it will touch few functions, but I think it's a good change. So I think we're gonna do it anyway, even if it's gonna change a few things, but okay. Now I need to close this because this one will all of this will change, right? Because it's now not anymore of the same type. Okay. So what may change is the function that we call inside get loot item, which is the one that we are sending to the client. So let me see. Probably is not here. Yes, it's here. So this one also we need to change with Yeah, there are a few things that are gonna change, but come on, man. I want to copy this one. Yes, exactly. And then we need this one, the receive loot list, to be also different. Because this one now has a different parameter. Hello, what, Jad? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are working on improvements. Working on improvements, boys. Why I cannot go there? Okay, I will go manually, which takes me less time than waiting for this guy to actually find where it is. Okay, because he's actually here. And so we just need to take our F item description and put it here. Okay, so now I think we can recompile, and now all the loot system is now using a different type of objects, which is more rich of information, and we like rich information, right? Or not? I think we do. By the way, remember those times where we were like 6, 7, 8, 10 people, 15 people in the chat? When the game will be released, there will be hundreds of people in the chat, thousands of people in the chat, millions of people in the chat. You know, asking question every minute and saying, no, I want this to be implemented, why we are not changing this, you know? So remember these times when we will be thousands of people here, and when I will have to disable the small avatars because they will crash the stream. Right? You know it, huh? You know it's coming. I know you know. I know you know. I know you know. Okay, we're recompiling. So the plan is to send the right description, then change the loot item, the loot WD item, whatever, to have this nice tooltip, and then change also the reward window to use the same object so that we get it for free. Okay, so we do the job on the loot, but we get it free on the reward window, right? Which I think is always good. I still have a number of mount. Declaration of mount. Receive add mount rotation. Receive add mount rotation. What is this thing? Ah, I see. Receive rotate target. Receive rotate target. There are a number of functions that I called with the, and they are complaining because like this one should be the problem is that if I change it here, it will change also. Oh my god, no. It will change also in the blueprint. Yeah, so I cannot do it. Because it's giving this shadow, hides shadow member, whatever, hide class member, but it's okay. I will not care about it for now. I remember a time where you have to do a test for the group chat. We have been like 80. Oh my god, 80 people all typing in the chat. Nice. Easy, easy. 80 people. Easy when the game is released. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there will always be 5. Maybe we will always be 5. But if you're always 5, we are happy anyway. Right? We are happy anyway. I think if I buy a new machine, I will wait less time. Because building is still taking quite some time. But it's all on SSD, so... And it's all on very fast SSD, so... There is a kind of a hard limit of 42 gigabytes of writing on the disk, but... I think we are not writing more than 42 gig in this compile. Hello, hello, I see new people joining. Welcome! If you have any question on the game, on what I'm doing, if you're confused, just say hello and ask me questions, okay? It's no problem at all. Yeah, 100 plus online. Yeah, we had a peak of 250, 300. Was around 2000, I don't know, 10, 12, around those dates. But yes, was actually pretty good. I think we can beat it. I think we can beat the 100, 200 online. I think we can beat it. If we make a good game, I think we can beat it. We have 7 billion people. I can find the 200 to play plane shit. For sure. Okay, now our smart guy, you see, that immediately recognized there is something not working. And he's perfectly right. Because these ones now are item description. And not anymore merchant whatever. And now this one will be upset because this one also is to be changed. But the good news is that now we have way more information than before. And now we also need to change in the setup item, I guess. Let me just compile this. We should now compile. And inside the loot window, now we have this function that needs to change. Well, there is quite a bit that needs to change, but this one for sure. So this one is an item description. And so this breakout is different. This is also an item description. And yeah, it's saying that changing this value is messing a bit our life, I know. I know it's messing up things. I'm aware of this. But the editor is super cool. As you can see, he's telling you I mean, he's not asking you to redo the job, right? It's just listing the lines which are breaking, and he's telling you that they are breaking, and he's also give you the hint of which ones to replace, and you just have to click on it and it's done. So it's absolutely insane. And by the way, he kept the name connected, you know? We completely changed this structure and he kept the name connected, which is insane. Insane. Absolutely incredible. Okay, so now we have our new information here. Right? And here we are placing only the name, but what I would like to do, I would like to create a tooltip and set up the tooltip. So in the same way we do it, here, so that we create a tooltip and set up the tooltip. Right? This thing, I would like also to do it here. Now, what is the problem? The problem is the icon. The problem is definitely the icon. Because I think we need a function that takes... I mean, this thing, we cannot do it a million times, right? We need to do it one time. This find the correct icon, which is basically taking the icon image, is searching inside DT item icons, and is searching, because DT item icons is one table for all our icons, right? So it's always the same one. Yeah, absolutely. It's always the same one. So, you know. So I think the second change we're gonna do... all this is broken. All this is broken. Why? The old is broken only because this for loop, I need to remake it. I need to remake this thing. I just need to be very careful on where this is going. It's going only here. Okay, if it's going only there, it's easy. If it's going only there, easy change. But here we have a probleminos, because selected item must become an item description as well. Yes, I want to change the variable type, I know. Yes, this one we set it there, and this one we can disconnect. Then we have this one. Wow, what is this? Okay, here I think he messed up something. Okay, no, it's just this. Because we decided to use the ID instead of the, right? But what is this thing? I mean, why it looks like this? Read the value of variable selected item. Is this one just with the splitted pins? Okay. Nice. Nice. It's not very nice to read because you have all this. But I can do this and I think it's easier. Yes, there are few probleminos here, but we're gonna fix them with a touch of a mouse, right? Holy shit, this thing is everywhere. This thing is everywhere. Didn't I do this already? Because here I'm in the reward window. No, the reward window we are gonna redo. So this thing we are gonna redo. So is Well, it will be very similar though, so yeah, so I need to do it here as well. Yeah, it will be exactly the same. It just will not be called what? Just it will not be called loot items, will be called reward items, but apart from that is exactly the same. Why? Because this one didn't compile yet? No. This one did compile, bro. Ah, because I didn't change this one. Oh, fuck. Item description. Okay. Okay, gonna redo it. Don't worry. We will fix it. Don't worry. Can you believe that for Quest for Glory 4 they did 51 tracks? It's absolutely insane. Quest for Glory 4 is a game of 1993, okay? But they decided to do 51 tracks or whatever. Absolutely insane. And they're all pretty good. Like this one. You may say, what the fuck is Quest for Glory 4? Was when Sierra was actually dominating the gaming scene. It was like the Blizzard of that time. Or like the EA of that time. Okay, all of this compiles, which is very nice to see. And all of this compiles, which is very nice to see. And all of this compiles. Okay, so I think we made progress. Now, what I want to do though is to ensure that our loot entry is getting set up properly, and so we need to, I think we need to have this icon image. By the way, this icon image, where is it coming from? This icon image is coming from it's coming from this, huh? Get image name. Get image name for the item. Use an event in another location where the item is being represented by a 2D image. Yes, exactly. It's this call. So I think that for all our items we will have the same thing. So what I'm thinking is, should we just make a generic function, right? And should we do it inside WT container at this point, which is because W container is the container of all the windows and is basically always present in our heart and in our mind. So I think that we can move that function. Even if I remember, you know, that I did something like that already, and I'm trying to struggle thinking where it was. I think we already did a setup. Yes, I think it was in WD slot item anyway. Update slot. I remember there were 2 update slots, like one with the image. You see, update slot, icon image. This icon image is going here. And then I don't know what the hell is happening, but yes, it's here. It's this piece. Yeah, it's this piece anyway. Is this piece. But for example, you know, in the spell window, just to make an example, in the spell window, we have the same problem, right? In the spell window, we need to visualize items, which are the glyphs. So in the spell window, how did we do the icon visualization? I think we duplicated the code again. In the research window. Ah no, because I'm using slots. Okay. I'm using WD slots, and so that's why. But okay. But but in the merchant window. In the merchant window, we are displaying the icons again. You know? Yes, here. How do we display this thing? There should be a receive item or something. Receive merchant items. Create this thing. Add child. Blah blah blah. Setup item. Setup item. Setup button by icon name. You see? That is exactly what I was thinking of. Which is then going into what? Icon name. You see that we always have this icon name that is coming in, but every time we do it slightly differently. Like here, for whatever reason, we are using this thing. Get icon material. And then we are doing what? And then I lost myself. I'm here. Get icon material, and then we get this, and we go with a setup button or setup button. And setup button is taking the material instance and the position. The material instance and the position. Setup button. Yeah, because this is done slightly different. No, what I'm thinking is, can we merge all these different systems of displaying an icon into one, you know, without getting crazy? But I think that this piece I cannot really change at the moment because it's fairly complex. And so I think we can at least put into the same code our WD slot. Which, by the way, it is a bit of a mess. I mean, there is a duplication of stuff. Because here we are actually using a button in the Windows load. We are using a button in the same way we are doing it in the merchant window. It's actually very, very, very similar. So we should use the same system. Which maybe we can if we just pass this to setup button by icon name inside WD button. Yeah, I think we should use this one because this, okay. I think I understand, but now the problem is that in our tooltip we don't have fuck, because they are done in very different way. One is on the button, which is done in one way, and one is on the tooltip, which is done in another way. One is automatically using the material. The other one is setting a slate brush. But I think I can get from this image icon the slate brush and apply it. You know, I think what I'm gonna do. I think this is what I'm gonna do. So I think I'm going to use. I think I'm gonna use the same technique. So I'm gonna take my WD button, and this one should have a setup button by icon name, and this one will get the icon image, and I think that this is gonna work at least for the button, right? But then we want to set also the tooltip right on top of what? On top of the full widget. On top of this thing we want to do a set tooltip, which is taking self as the yes, and the widget will be, similar to what we do in WT slot item, where we create the widget and we do the setup. And we do this. No. Yes. And now the only problem is that all of this I don't have. No, I have, but I have here. So item name is name, weight is weight, size is size, stack count is stack count, current quality and max quality. Okay, and now the icon. So I think that for the icon, after we did the setup of the button, I think I can do something like this and get image icon. And I can get his brush and set the brush to the icon. I don't know if it will work, but if it works, it's pretty cool. If it works, it's pretty easy to do in this way. Right? Okay, so I think we can test it. At least we can test this part, which is about looting. So we need one NPC that we can actually kill and loot. An NPC that we can actually kill and loot. I have no idea. But I think we should have one, right? Are we loading all these NPC in game in the dummy database or not? We are loading only 2. Crystal and the merchant. Can the merchant be killed? Yes, he can. Does the merchant have some loot? Seems yes. Category loot number 2. No, this is Crystal. Crystal can be killed. Crystal can be killed and he has some loot. Now, which kind of loot, I have no idea, but I think he has the battle axe. Okay, let's try to go and kill him. I don't remember in which situation I am in terms of skills and weapons with this character, but who cares? I think we can just boost ourselves up to the point that we can kill him. Now, I don't know if the loot is 100% guaranteed or not. We can always kill him multiple times. Loading, loading, loading. Boom. Okay. I think I buffed him because the last time we wanted him to, and he's blocking. Oh my god. We will never kill him actually. We are invisible at the moment, so he cannot. We are invisible for him, so he cannot actually attack us. No, I think we can kill him. Where are you going, man? You're gonna die anyway because you cannot see me. You see that he's not attacking? Because I'm invisible. I can try to block, but you know, will take me forever to do this. I can boost my skills even more. I mean, he's already off, so maybe. Yeah, but this is a dummy database, so in the dummy database we changed a bit the rules, you know. And actually Crystal is dropping loot. Just because it's the dummy database. Man, I did like 3 hits at the beginning and now I cannot hit him anymore. I know you're blocking, I know. Why this weapon has weapon speed 4? Please, can I have a weapon which is not weapon speed 4? Otherwise it will take me really forever. Ah, this one also has sound. Ah. You're trying to avoid me, I know, but... Yeah, I know, but you're gonna die anyway, so... You can try. Why you became all active now? I changed the weapon.
You broke it, didn't you?
No, I didn't break it. It's working at the moment. Oh, he died. Okay. Now the question is if we can loot him. Yes, we can loot him. Battle... Oh, look at that. It's working already. Oh my god. I'm so happy about that. It's working already. I mean, first try. Okay. Nice. Apart from the fact they gave me an error, but I don't know why. I think because it disappeared already. But, beautiful screenshot. Let me put it in our mission. So, yeah. So the loot is working as expected. So we have our tooltip, right? That is showing up. So the technique is working. We did it for the loot window. Now, as you can see here, we wanted to do it for the reward window. But I did it on the loot because the loot was not having that. Right? Was not having that. It was not standardized and was missing the icon. So it was very shitterinos. Okay. That is nice. So we need to do exactly the same thing. No. We don't need to do exactly the same thing. We already have it, because if we call this, everything is done for us, right? Yes. Yeah, so we just call setup item with a proper item description structure, which is why we change it in the C++, and we have it. So, okay, so now we can move to our win reward. The window for the reward, like, which is this one. Now this one has not been made yet, but we need to change. I cloned the loot window and just changed it slightly because it's pretty much identical. So this one will be receive reward items, right? Okay, so this one is this one. Let me see if this is the same. We received this, we send it here, we do this, we create the loot entry widget. Yes, because we reuse the same one. We do the setup, we do the agile, we bind the event, we bind the event. The only I wanted to put it to 4%. The only problem is that here we are binding the event. Maybe I need to put it to 3%. It's not possible. 2%. We are binding the event to the same dispatcher. But I don't think that we will have a loot window open together with a reward window open, right? I think it will never happen. So I think this is fine. I think this is also fine. and so it's identical. Now what do we need to change? We need to change this thing because this is now getting called from plane shift player controller somewhere. So in the same way we have server send us the loot item, we should have a similar one, which is receive reward list on client, which I think we don't have yet. No, in fact we don't have. So we should have that, and that is coming from our C++. Because not the loot. So the reward was coming from quest manager, right? Give reward to player, yes. And then exactly this one. That is the place. That is the place. That is the place where we need to send it to the client. Now, reward offer. Our reward offer, is it made of item descriptions or not? I hope so. Otherwise, we are back to... Is made of F reward item, and F reward item is made of what? F reward item is made of PS item stats. No. At least we have the item ID, but no. This structure is nice, but it's not what we need. This structure is nice. Offer rewards. Offer rewards. Wait a second. Offer rewards to players. So this one is coming from where? It's coming from here. Target offer. Because offer is built in the loading of the in the loading of the step, I guess. Yeah. I see. Okay, I think we can leave it like that, but when we are sending it to the client, I think we need to rebuild an array of because why, by the way, I don't understand why we have the reward offer inside the array of reward items, and the item is this. But why I need an offer inside? I think this one is totally useless now, just because I need to know to who I'm sending it. But no, because we need to check when the player is selecting it on the client side. It is not cheating, and so we keep this structure on the server side to know that I remember, to know that we are actually need to give him that particular item. Okay, so the structure is fine. We keep it. But all of this shit is not needed. I think I can just delete it. Yeah, all of this is GG, is to remove. Store the combination of client and reward offer temporarily. Yes. Yes. Okay. So we need to change this and make it similar to the loop. So let me bookmark this position so I can go back a bit easier. Let me remove the other bookmarks. Okay, so we have it bookmarked. So in the same way I was doing the loot, right? Yes, the receive loot list. Yes. Yes. So we will need to have a function which is similar to this one, which will be called offer rewards to player. Receive offer rewards list. Offer rewards, let's say. Receive offer rewards, I think is clear enough. Now, this one we will have to send it to this client ID, which is actually who, and this one will take an array of items that we need to create like this. Yes. So create the array. It will be used to generate the list box on the client side for using the reward. Yes, exactly. Exactly, man. So we do a TRA of our F item description thingies. And this one will just be called rewards, I guess, if you can. And it will be empty at the beginning. And then we just cycle on the offer items, which are the ones that we loaded at the beginning, and we are just cycling on them. And then here we are just simply creating a new item in the same way we did it a few minutes ago for our looterinos. Inside of this, so we take this, right? We take this and we create a new item. We create a new item by taking this, our item stat, and substituting copy paste is so nice. Copy pasting, wow. Copy pasting is insane. Copy pasting is the solution to all the problems. Okay, so we do this. What happened? Okay, so it should be fine. Why it doesn't like it? What? Holy shit. We have the item stats, we don't have the item itself. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We have the item stats, we don't have the PS item associated. Ay, 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 ay. No, we need the PS item. We need the PS item. Huh. The problem is that the PS item... Huh. It's not easy, boys. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy because the item stats is the description of the item, but for example, as you can see, the item stats does not have a stack count or does not have a purify status or doesn't have a quality because it's just the base. So, or we assume that stack count is always 1, but this is not the right assumption because actually in our offer we can have a certain count. Yes, exactly. That is annoying. That is annoying. That is annoying. We don't have the original item. We only have a definition that has been built to give a reward to the player. That's it. We don't have the actual item. Or maybe we can change it. Let's see. Because when we are loading, right? When we are loading, we are saying item ID 9. Okay. And here we are loading the item stats based on that. But item stats don't have a lot of information. Why we don't create a PS item with this ID? Because a PS item must exist in the world. Because a PS item must exist, huh? So this is only a definition, but but it's the same with the loot window. No? The loot window has the same problem. So how is the loot window actually working then? Because the loot window doesn't have the item yet. Loot pending. Okay, loot pending. Loot pending. Loot pending. Loot pending. Loot pending. Loot pending. Who is generating this thing? add loot item. Who is calling this? Who is calling add loot item, huh? I want to know. No, must be there, boys. Somewhere it must be there, come on. If it's not all open document, okay, let's do current project, please. You can find it. Okay, see. Create single loot. Create single loot. APS character loot randomizer, calculate, modify the cost cap, chap. For size, chap. Instant shade basic item. Holy shit. We are really creating the item. So in the loot window, we are actually creating the item. We are actually creating the item. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. An item is what? Item is PS items, because I can do it as well on the other side. Huh? I just create it temporarily, who cares? Yes. We can do the same. We can instantiate a basic item. Which will create the default quality, the default size, the default whatever. Right? I think we will do everything that we need temporarily, and then we will delete it. It's not a problem. I think we do exactly the same thing that this guy is doing. We don't need to randomize it, but in theory we could. Okay. Okay, I think we have a way. So we take this, right? And then we say PS item. And we call it reward item, I don't know. Oops. We call it reward item. And what do? We take this guy and then we instantiate basic item, right? So this one becomes a real thing. And then I need to substitute. Let me do it. Let me do it somewhere. I want to change this with this. No. Thank you. Thank you, very easy. And then we put it here. So now we have all the information, you know, that this item has, which some of that is obviously based information, so we assume that the purify is one. I mean, is not purify. I don't know what is the default. We have his image name. We have whatever else, right? So everything is generated for us, right? Properly, I hope. And so at this point, all of this becomes useless. The only one thing that is important, though, is the item count, because the item count I think we can just set it directly as this. So instead of setting the stack count like this, we just get it from the offer. I think it would be good. And all of this can go to hell and back. So we can delete all of this, I think. And then we need to add our new reward to our rewards array. Right? And then what? And then we need to send this thing. We will delete it. Send a message containing the reward list to the client. Okay. Do we want it delayed? I mean, why delayed? Why we may want to have this thing delayed? By the way, by the way. Oh, there is another problem. So this, I think, may work, but the other problem is that, as we decided, you know, the player may click through the list of messages that are coming from the NPC server side. And one of those messages can be the reward of an item. Now, now, or we just had here. Are we sure we are inside a quest? Yes, we are sure because there is quest manager. So we are 100% sure there is a quest. We are 100% sure there is a quest. In theory, instead of doing this, I should put it in our array. Huh. That is a bit tricky, eh? That is tricky. Because I will explain you better in a second. I'm just thinking, what the hell? How the hell we can do this? Under quest reward is never called. What the fuck? What do you mean? I never connected it? Maybe not. I never connected this code to the... I never connected this code. Quest manager, my friend. Quest manager? Where is it? I never connected this code to anything else in Unreal, so at the moment it's like not going anywhere. No, wait. It's not that one. It's this one. Offer rewards to play. That one, yes, is not connected. It's normal, it's not connected. But this one... Okay, this one is... Yes, and here is my response array. Yes, correct. Correct. Huh. This problem is not an easy problem. So I can explain you just so that it helps me as well to think. Basically, let me see if I have the picture of yesterday. Probably not. No. I can make a new one. You remember? You remember the thing that I said that we had the array of possible answer from the NPC to the player, and this was like put in a list because we wanted, you know, on the client side, the player to be able to execute this list the way he wants, the time he wants, right? And so no. It looks more like a feet than a hand. Why? Why? Because the index should be longer? Maybe. Okay. Now it looks very long, but you got the point. So the thing is that the player could click, you know, on this window and get the different answer at the time that he wants. So for example, here the guy is saying hello, and the next one is saying your quest is to blah blah blah, and then he's saying something else, right? But then at a certain point he's giving him a reward. Okay, so there is here a give reward, right? And this thing is actually a window that should pop up at a certain, I mean, they should pop up when he reaches that point, right? And the problem is that the content of this window is generated immediately by our code, because our code is basically going through, you know, a similar array, you know, server side, and then it's sending this to the client. The problem is that, so this is the division between client and server as usual, right? So it's generating this stuff, and here, exactly here, right? So exactly here, we are in this code where we are generating the reward. And generating the rewards wants to open a window immediately with the content of the reward, right? The problem is that if we do it immediately, while the player is clicking on the first one, we'll also receive a kind of a window with a reward to take, and you know, and he didn't yet read what the hell happened into the quest. So these are the 3 items you need to select, right? It looks like a building for some reason. And so my problem at the moment is that how do I delay, how do I stop, you know, this window to pop up? How do I stop this window to pop up, waiting that the player finished looking at all the rest of the quest text and then is getting the reward at the end? Because our code is not working this way. Our code is just sending the reward immediately. Now the question is, how was it working in the old plane shift? Like, if I had a reward, because the old plane shift should have exactly the same issue, right? That you are getting a reward So we found one thing, right? We found one quest. There was the Lavrus quest, which was Lavrus Ratai, right? This one, number 14. Okay, let's execute it 1 second in the... Let's execute it again in the old game, because I want to understand what the hell is going on. Ah, it was the delay. I think we had a fake delay. Ah, this is how we did it, because I remember that there was a delay here. Yeah, you see it? Time delay. Fuck. No, but let me... Wait. Let me execute it 1 second. Let me execute it 1 second in the old game, because I want to understand one thing. I want to understand one thing. In game, how many quests give you the choice for a reward? I don't know. But even if there is only one, you know, it still needs to work. But I think quite a few, actually. I mean, not many, but I would say out of 400 quests, I don't know, maybe 15? Maybe 15 or so? I mean, it's not many, but still, if it doesn't work, and we may expand it in the future, there may be more in the future, you know, so I think the system should work. Okay, so we are here, right? There is the old game, huh? Don't be fooled. The reason you can recognize there is the old game is because everything is working perfectly. So if I do item rat I, and I do it 16 times, or how many times I needed to have, I think was like 16 or so. Now I have 18. Wow. So if I speak with this guy and I redo the same quest, are there any jobs that needs done? What? You know, making any sense? You need ingredients? No. No, I need to restart this one. Can I? Fuck. I cannot because I did it already. I want to remove it from my questerino. Completed. Holy shit. Can I remove it? I think if I enable quest tester in my, let me see, show GM, if I enable quest testing, I think I can redo it. Ah, yes, it worked. Ah, yes, you need ingredient. You see that this thing is timed, right? I can still click on it, but it's kind of timed. So the point is, so if I now say, here are your 16 rat eyes, in theory should pop up a series of windows. You must give the item manually because you have too many ratais. Oh my god. Why this shit? Can I take 2 and drop them to the ground? Nice. Now I have 16 exactly. So if I do here are your 16 ratais. You see, it pops up immediately. And now he's speaking. So we have the same problem. You see, he's saying a lot of delicate things, blah, blah, blah. Choose your reward. You see? He already popped up. But he's still speaking. Maybe we can do the same, though. So we have the same problem in the old game. That the window is popping up immediately. But I think it's okay. I don't know. I think it feels fine. I mean, it's not that bad. I think we can live with this. We can live with this popping up, you know, and then you read the text. Obviously, you can select immediately the thing, but I think it's fine. Let's not make it too... Because doing it with the right timing is a bit of a mess, because I will have to identify that the first 2 you have to click them, and then only then I will have to go back here, ask to generate the reward, and then go back here for the window, right? But I think we just pop up the reward and fuck it. Okay. Okay. That is what we do. No matter what. Okay, but at least we know that there is the problem, okay? Then we don't care about it, but there is a problem in terms of timing. But it's okay. We decide that we don't care about it. We leave it as it is. So basically this thing will pop up anyway, immediately. Right? And so yes, we can call this function now that we know, and this will be called immediately. Note, I can type it here. Note, this will pop up client side immediately. Then player will read the NPC text. Yeah. I think this was the end of How to Be Older, this music. Yeah, I think the reward just pop up, yeah. You don't have to read all the stuff that the NPC is saying. I really hate people skipping through dialogues. I know you all do. I know you all skip through dialogues, but think to the people that wrote all those dialogues. You should not skip. Don't skip dialogues. And remember to take only the glaive to heal yourself. Okay. Okay. No. This is not nice meme though. Okay, don't skip NPC dialogues. Clear? Or also... Or also... Or also... This is not very easy. Skip NPC dialogue, you should not. Okay? Don't do it. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. If you want to skip it, skip it. Okay? If you want to skip it, skip it. But then don't complain if you don't understand anything or what you have to do next. Okay? Because then now where is the marker on the minimap so that I go there? No minimap, no marker. If you don't understand what to do, it's not gonna work. That is what happens in real life, you know. It's not that you have a marker that is telling you where is the dragon to go and search the treasure, you know. There is nothing like that. It does not exist. Okay. So we send the rewards. We send the rewards, right? So receive offer reward. So we just need to create this function. We just need to get this function similarly to this function, and we put it inside quests. I think we have a section dedicated to quests somewhere. I know it's there, but I never find it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Stats and skills, inventory, quest. There it is. So we put it just here at the bottom. A nice little function. A nice little function. With some happy little methods. And we call it receive offer rewards. And we send a TRA of what? Yes, the same. Or if I in description. Perfect. Okay, so now that we have this, and now that are we sending it for real or not? We are sending it, huh? We are sending it out, huh? And this thing is populated, huh? Okay. Okay, we can close this, recompile. Yeah, save what you want. We can save this, recompile. Yeah, you may say, well, the rewards are not maybe very often given. I understand, but still, I think I think the basic quests are giving you a lot of introductory items at the beginning that anyway you need to have. So if this is not working or is not giving you anything, I think it may be a problem. Do 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 do. Okay, we're waiting compilation. Yes, I'm drinking. Yes, I'm drinking. Okay, so what else do we have on the list, by the way? So give item reward with choices if not to be working. This one hopefully will work. Then check more quests with production data. Remove the triple name. This one we did it. I think he didn't save. He didn't save the last one. I remember I did this in the last stream, but fuck. I think I did exactly this, but probably I didn't save it. And so, was there anything else that we wanted to do? I don't know. I should check the stream of yesterday. So it is implement reward window, which is what we are doing now. Okay. He compiled fine. So we go here and we launch this. Hello, Warnest. Good evening. I mean, for you maybe it's afternoon still. Yeah, for you it's afternoon for sure. Wow, 12 asset open. Okay. Okay. So in theory, now we should have in our player controller a receive reward, right? That we can put next to this, right? Yeah, we can put it next to this. So receive rewards, hopefully is here. Yes, it is. And this one, careful, we are still server side. So we should add a new event. Receive offer rewards on PC, which stands for player controller. And here we do item description, and we do array, and we compile. And here we do replicate on client, reliable. We connect this. And we say server sends us the rewards list for the quest. And then what we do? Then with this one we should connect to our window with our win reward. No, with our whatever. Yes. No. We go on on what? We go on container, right? And we do show windows. And we show the window number 30. Can you believe we have 31 windows in this game at the moment? And I'm adding more and more every day. We already have 31 windows, believe it or not. Insane, huh? Insane. Okay, we are showing the window. Well, maybe before showing the window, we can set up the window. But yeah, we need a setup. I don't know if I did it already, but yes, we have a receive reward items. No. Yes. We have receive reward items. And as you can see, puff, magically connects. Huh? Magical connection. Okay. Then we show the window. Why I said 31 if it was 30? No idea. So now here we are receiving the light, displaying everything, blah 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 blah. Everything else should work exactly as expected. Button loot item, button select reward. Button loot item doesn't exist anymore. I deleted it because, right? Exactly. So this thing doesn't exist anymore. This thing is this thing. So we need to do what? Instead of this, obviously, we need to call our we need to call the function that is actually picking up the right reward. Right, so we need to create something similar to this, which we don't have yet. I think we can put it in the same thingy, or maybe not. I don't know. So we create another event, and this life is full of events. Yes, and we call it choose the reward. What is it? Choose the reward. No, let's call it the same way as the C++ is called, so that it will be easier to find. This thing is called give reward to player, but give reward to player is inside handle quest reward. So it's called handle quest reward. Let's call it choose quest reward. Okay. Choose quest reward will be on server, reliable, and what do we need? We need what the fuck we need? What do we need? We need an item ID. Okay, we just need an integer, which is the item ID that we selected. Easy. So we put in item ID integer, right. So this one will be called from our window. Choose reward. So this doesn't exist anymore. And this ID, okay, this ID is the selected item, wait, ID is this thing. It looks a bit long, but I don't have a better way. No, maybe the better way... Wait. I think if I do the break and then I select only the one that I need... Yes, exactly. is a bit smaller. I mean, it's the same thing, it's just a bit more compact. Okay, so we call this, and then this need to call something that doesn't exist yet, because we need to create it. We need to create it, so we need to close it again. And we need to implement on the C++ here a new function which we'll call this, right? Quest manager and the quest reward, and this one will be a blueprint callable, right? Similar to this. It will be under PS Quest. What is this music? Portal 2. PS Quest, and it will be request choose quest reward, right? I want to keep this receive request always, so that it's very evident if we are sending data client to server or giving it back. Receive is always server to client, request is always client to server, so that it's a bit easier to understand which message is doing what. And this will be an int and will be an item ID. Okay. Now we can recompile this, and wait, this one needs to be implemented though. This one needs to be implemented in our Planeshift player controller something. Blah, 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 blah. And we can put it. We can put it at the bottom. Put it at the bottom. And this one will have this. And this one will have this. By the way, tomorrow is holiday in Italy. I choked myself. I don't know how. Tomorrow it was the excitement of the holiday, probably. Tomorrow is holiday in Italy. Ha ha ha. Pretty good, huh? Okay. So what we do, as usual, first thing that we do, we print out the. We print out. Wait, no. What? Wait. First thing, we print out in which function we are. We will remove it one day, but for now I keep it, because so we see if this thing is actually getting called or not on the server side. And then what we do, we call quest manager handle quest reward, and we have to pass. Okay, so here we need to change, I think, the signature of this, because this is not what we need. So handle quest reward, handle quest reward, yes, he has the client, and then he has an integer which is item ID or reward ID. You want to call it reward ID, reward item ID? I don't know, it's the same. And wait, I lost myself a second. And then we need to do the same here. Okay, so all of this can go right? This item ID is our reward ID. So we do the check, and if the check is fine, we send it to the player. Trying to give yourself stars? Who is trying to give you? No, because you need to you need to type to actually appear. And yeah, I can put myself in the box. Look at that. Put myself in the box. And I can give you another star. Look at this. Ah, powerful, huh? Powerful. Powerful. I think Marcelo will get it. Marcelo will get it. No? Why didn't get it? You get it only if you jump? I think you may get it only if you jump. If it just goes on top of you, maybe you don't get it. I don't know. Yeah, now there is another problem, which is how do we identify the client ID? How do we identify the client ID? That's a very good question. We do get unique ID. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, then we do this. Okay, so now we can call, if everything is correct, we can call this one, right? Okay, so I think that we have nearly the whole cycle. Yes, we nearly have the whole cycle of sending back the item that we selected and the server actually giving the item to us. And then we just need to close the window on the client side, but I think that we did it already. And that's it. I can try. What is this? You mentioned it already the last time. Ultra low latency is in YouTube. Is in YouTube. Okay. But do I need to restart the stream then? Ultra low. But considering I'm streaming through Restream, so I don't know. I don't know if, because I'm streaming on 2 places at the same time, you know, and so I don't know. YouTube. I don't know exactly where to do it. It's under settings. Let me try settings. Advanced. Nah. I think I need to go in the YouTube streaming manager or whatever it is, but I never find it. It's something that I never use, but or maybe if I click on the current stream, maybe something will happen. When done, playing list, public, tag, license, category. I don't know where is it. If you find it or you know where is it, tell me, because at the moment, okay, one succeeded. At the moment I don't find it out. I think it's under the streaming manager thing, but now at the moment I'm not finding it. It's under YouTube Studio. Should be under YouTube Studio for sure. But then I don't see the... Ah, wait. Wait, I found the thingy because it's under upload video. I don't know why it's under upload video. But I found the thing. Okay, stream settings. Stream settings, multi-streaming, blah blah blah. Yes, I have latency. I can select normal, low, or very low. At the moment, low is selected, but I cannot change it because I think it's set before starting the stream. So I don't think I can change it now. But I think I know where is it now. I think I know. I think I know. Hello, Warnest. You're speaking because you want to see your character. I know. Because you want to see your character. Okay, so now that we did this, we should have a function to call, right? We should have a function to call on the server side, which is quest reward something. Request choose reward, exactly. Target self item ID. Okay. So here is send to the server the reward we chosen. Okay. Okay, we want to test it and see if it's doing something. Because in theory, I think I put together all the pieces. Now, maybe I forgot something, but in theory, you know, all the pieces are there. You improve your AI. Nice. You want to mount and blade? Bannerlord, no? What is the name of the game? Bannerlord? Okay, so I think that is good. We saved everything. Yes, let's try. Let's try what happens. So we have one quest, which is the first sample quest, which is giving us 3 different items. And so we want to test what is happening. Now, I'm not expecting it to work at the first run because there are so many pieces, but I'm drinking. When you see my neck going up so much, because it's because I'm drinking with a glass like this. Okay. One piece at a time. We will do this. Bannerlord is an expansion. Ah, okay. I was remembering that name. It's the one where you can guide your troops with a voice, right? That you can say, archers, go back, right? Or you can say the shield formation. And they do what you say, which is very nice. I'm flying, waiting for the loading. I'm flying, waiting for the loading. Yeah, with voice command. It's working with voice command already. I don't remember if it's Bannerlord or another one, but there is definitely one that is working with voice commands, yes. Okay, so what do we need to do? We need to kill him? No. We need to go to the other guy. We need to teleport to the other guy and do the quest. Okay. So we speak with this guy. And I think we are in the middle of the quest at the moment. Can you tell me more? Do you want to do this? We say Mars or Jupiter. And then in theory, he should assign us the quest. Okay, and now we can say this. Now, when I say this, the quest will complete. And in theory, we should get the reward window. Aha. We have the reward window, boys. Now, it appeared in a bit of a weird place. I think it should appear in the middle. But actually, it appeared here. We can choose between the Mag, the Steel Falcon, or the Claymore. As you can see, the tooltip is working already. Yay! Yay! You see? The tooltip is working already. Now, let me select one. I will select the Claymore, okay? Select reward. What happened? No idea. You have received claim. Oh my god, it worked already. Oh my god. It worked already. Guys, I'm too good at this. I'm too good at this thing. First try. First freaking try. Yeah, we got our Claymore. Very nice, very nice. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. So, this thing is done. Ah, by the way, this one was done already. The remove tripod thingy. And the implement is done. Done, you know? Done. Big V. Okay. What should we do? What should we do? What should we do? So we can check. I don't know if I want to start a new topic now, because a new topic will take like 2 or 3 more hours. So, Yeah, first try. First try is insane, by the way. It never happens. Only rarely. Only very rarely. Because, you know, a small bug, a small thing is always there, you know. I don't know what should we do, because we can test more with the production data, or the real thing that I would like to do, I would like to go here, so to improve the updater, and improve the updater, because at the moment it's failing with a very large patches of 2.1 giga. I don't know what is happening. The updater is not giving a lot of information, and so we need to improve the debug. In the old game, you can see the item falling at right down of the monitor. What do you mean? No. No, you don't. No, you don't. We can check more production data and see if I don't know if I want to do it now. It's 12:38, boys. Should we just do something else? I don't know. I think I can just play some video games now. But I will do it off stream. Otherwise I have to change the category. Then it will be no more an Unreal Engine stream, you know? You know? Yeah, I think so. What do you think? I think we did a good job. We fixed all this stuff, and so we fixed some of the things. We made a common function for the loot window. We made the loot window smarter. We made the icon display smarter. We implemented the reward window with the multiple choices. So I think it's pretty good. I think we did a lot. I think tomorrow is holiday, so maybe I can stream in the afternoon. I don't know if I would like to, but maybe I will. Or otherwise I will stream anyway in the evening, okay? So don't worry. Okay, so thanks for watching, I guess. If you are new to the stream, please remember to click the follow button on Twitch. And also if you can subscribe on YouTube, that would be very nice. And if you want to check our Patreon site, we have a Patreon site which is called patreon.com/planeshift, where you can get some good stuff in Discord, and like access to our supporters channel, and you can get also a kind of a special tag, like a special color in Discord, and you can access all these videos and information here. So for example, if you want to see how the new mines are, you would like, huh? You can do it here. Okay. But anyway, it's just a way to support us and to say that you want the game to be completed. So that's basically what is it. Okay. See you, boys. See you boys next time. Bye bye. Bye bye.